After making what they call a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. They walked into a local thrift store, spent 25 cents, may have come away with something absolutely priceless.
Wow. Bill Malugin met with a couple and joins us now live in the studio with their story. Bill?
Yeah, guys, this is a pretty awesome story here. Mike and Amber Herning are some of the biggest Michael Jackson fans I've ever been around. Within just a couple of minutes of meeting them, their excitement about this just took off the charts. They even had one of their kids moonwalking around during one of our interviews. You'll see that in a minute. And they say when they saw one of MJ's cassettes being sold for just a quarter, they knew they couldn't pass it up. And when they opened it up several days later, they say their jaws hit the floor.
I can remember whenever I was 7 years old, I told my mom that I wanted Michael Jackson to come out of my birthday cake. Of course.
Amber Herning never got that birthday surprise, but she'll settle for what she and her husband Mike came across just a couple of weeks ago.
And she's just like, babe, this is signed. And I was kind of like, no way.
Unknowingly, the couple bought a Michael Jackson Bad cassette album that appears to be autographed by the King of Pop himself.
This was a once-in-a-lifetime find for us.
They found it right here at Heavenly Treasures in Concord. It's a thrift store that the Herning family regularly shops at.
Well, I'm not going to be able to leave without this now.
No, we're definitely going to get that.
They were in the music section and noticed the Michael Jackson cassette being sold for about as low of a price as you can find.
There's Michael Jackson's Bad sitting there for 25 cents. We don't pass that up.
As you can see, Amber's 10-year-old son is a huge Michael Jackson fan who loves to dance. So a few days after they bought the cassette, she opened it up to show him some pictures of MJ's moves. And there it was, what appears to be an autograph from Michael Jackson himself.
I definitely freaked out. I literally could not breathe, couldn't speak. I just sat there blinking my eyes because I just could not believe that this was sitting directly in front of me. I just could not believe it.
Yeah, it was, as soon as she said it's signed and I saw her reaction, it was like I could feel my heartbeat in my neck.
The Hernings noticed the marker had gotten stuck on the folds of the page. That means it's not a print. So they got on the internet to compare it to authentic Michael Jackson autographs, and they believe it's real.
I looked on Google, compared every little detail of how the M is and the little star at the bottom and everything.
It doesn't look like a print. I've seen a lot of prints, and it does look real, and I'm super happy for her.
Suzanne Lambert is a co-owner of the thrift store, and if you think she's bitter about letting the cassette go for just a quarter, think again.
My husband's favorite saying is, we don't want every dollar, we just want our dollar.
I would assume this ranks as one of the coolest moments you guys have had as a couple.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know. We had some pretty cool moments.
Yeah, we have.
But this is definitely the best find.
Now, the Hernings say they'd like to get the autograph officially authenticated at some point just to have a little bit of peace of mind, but they say right now they're just happy to find it. They told me if it does get confirmed to be real in the future, they have no intentions whatsoever of selling it because they feel MJ is a staple to their family. And of course, these days after he passed away, that autograph, now irreplaceable.
Yeah, and that's really something. If it really is Michael Jackson, you also did a little digging on this too, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried. So I reached out to a local Charlotte company that does this kind of authentication. They never got back to me. Then I reached out to a national one that does it. They're called PSA. They're one of the powerhouses in this, and they didn't get back to me either. So I'm kind of bummed. I was hoping to do a story kind of like when you see pop stars in Vegas walk in there, have them take a look at it. But based off what we've seen online, it looks pretty similar. I'm no expert, but
absolutely.
It's a pretty cool find regardless.
Well, we want to restart something for sure. We want to make sure the story gets out, and then maybe somebody will try to verify that.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, maybe next week, Bill. Maybe next week.